Hi, my name's Michael. Here's another look inside one of the barns. There's loads and loads of junk still in it. The old IKEA type furniture, which often you can't save because humidity's got to it, dampness has gotten into it, and the chipboard has expanded and it's not worth keeping. So this was like a little utility area. You've got a freezer in there and a sink underneath all that junk. And he's got loads of photos of the guy that was obviously, I'm presuming, was the owner of this place back in the day, along with his paperwork and his jeans, obviously. I did open up the freezer and it's absolutely stunk, so that's another thing that'll be going. And the cat's still there. He will get an honourable burial at some stage, but I haven't had time as yet, and the garden's still a bit of a mess. So we're looking round. There's lots, like I say, you can see the chipboard style furniture there. There's old pots and pans and extension sockets, a tube of something or other. And then there's bits of clothing. There's all sorts. My God, there's all sorts. Kitchen stuff, garden stuff. The baskets that he had for, I think someone was saying they would in this sort of part of the world they would be rearing chickens and stuff. Not seen any other evidence of that, but there's loads of those baskets. And then you've got the washing baskets, and then you've got masses of cardboard and stuff, and old towel rails and stuff like that, along with the clothing that's been there at least 13 years stuck on that rail. What else? Quick look inside a little cabinet here. You've got coffee maker, coffee machine, a Marmite, as the French say, which is the large sort of pan, enamelled pan, a carafe. I'll put my wine in that. Lots of cobwebs, as you would imagine, and then there's a mass of tiles, 1970 style tiles, and yet another dead creature. This, I'm presuming, is a rat, which passed away many years ago as well, and is in the process of mummification. So there it is on one of the many blankets and carpets that there are within this barn. There's just so much stuff that needs chucking. There's stuff, if I can keep it, I'll keep it. The wood that I can't keep, that's just unusable, like these little pallets here, I would actually use as kindling for the fireplace, as and when that goes in, rather than just taking it down the dump. And he's got a massive bee that came to have a bit of a look around while I was looking around at the same time. Big bumblebee, obviously looking for a nest for the summer. Massive glassware, glasses and stuff that are carefully wrapped in 1970s newspaper. And also, I think there's a lot of cassette tapes as well lying around in one of the boxes. Yeah, so there's a bag there with a massive cassette tapes, again back from the 60s, 70s, 80s. That lady there was a phenomenal singer who sold around about 140 million records worldwide, and sadly she took her own life in 1987, a lady called Dalida. You've got a fold-away table there. You've got a covering, which is covering God knows what it looks like. There's a bit of a bed, and there's a table or a bureau underneath it, and there's some cushions and stuff. The cushions and stuff obviously would just have to get chucked, and if I was going to, the tables and that should be able to get cleaned up, sanded down, revarnished. And then here we can see one of the reasons why everything's in such a mess is that massive holes in the roof of the barn. And it's had water pouring into it for the past 13 years. A couple of bar stools there, a few batteries from God knows when, spiders as well go with it, and empty drawers. If there's any of these units that I can keep that aren't in too bad nick, then I'll obviously keep them. I'm not a big fan of just chucking everything. Got a few paintbrushes there that I can reutilise, and a few screws as well. So, and a little toolbox. So that's quite a nice little gift for me. And then on the other side, I think he obviously, at the time, well, you got a couple of grand old chairs and a car seat as well, which has lost its covering. Back to the bar stools. So, and obviously they were probably preserving stuff at the time. They've got all these glass preserveware bottles, and then the weekly television mags, as you do. So that's another quick look, another little bit of a look around the barn and what's in it. And if there's anything here that you fancy, send me a message and a postage stamp and I'll send it on to you. Anyway, as ever, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you will follow me on the renovation once it properly gets going. Still waiting for the 25th of April 2025 when I can officially start the roof works. And after that, things should start really moving. So this is the end of this little video here, just having a quick brief look outside to the barn doors and the house just further on from that. Anyway, thanks and bye.